Last night was perfect. Though I couldn't help lying there thinking about my parents before you stirred.
Ihr vermisst sie gewiss.
More than I thought would be possible. Considering the short time we had, I gave them the release they asked for. Freed myself from Shah's grasp just as they wished for. But there's moments where I think I'd trade that to be able to see them again. Talk to them again. There's so much only they could have told me. But that's all gone now. I've got to move on. Find some place for myself.
An meiner Seite ist ein Platz für euch, so ihr ihn denn wollt.
I was hoping you'd say that. Whatever lies ahead will be far less daunting if I have you. It could be just like old times. Well, hopefully not exactly like old times. I think I've had enough camping and mortal peril for one lifetime.
Well, soldier, here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was the Blade of Avernus. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out, just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
Since the Netherbrain fell, you and Shadowheart have seen more of Faerun than you ever thought possible. She no longer shies from wolves or water. Nothing in the world frightens her anymore. And you feel you could face anything by her side. One day, you receive a letter passed to you by a stranger who bows with deference. An invitation to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood by your side in the fight against the Absolute. You waste no time in packing and set off on the long road back to where all of your adventures together began.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, Together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Also was ich nicht gecheckt habe, wofür waren die ganzen Verbündeten da, wenn die gar nicht geholfen haben im Kampf? Das habe ich nicht gecheckt.
There's something strange in your old friend's mouth. What is it? A familiar invitation. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped. But it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism.
Ich bin froh, dass Lazarus daran gedacht hat, meinen Lieblingsgefährten einzuladen.
Scratch barks merrily and something like...
Okay. Die Waffe habe ich noch, interessant. Also, ich habe alles noch. Außer den Sachen.
Something's on my mind.
He
Schön,
looks
dich zu
coyly at
sehen.
the ground, suddenly shy.
I didn't expect to be nervous. But seeing everyone here like this, it's strange, isn't it? I feel like I must have dreamed the last few months. Now I'm waking up back in camp with my hair smelling like wood smoke and fallen leaves stuck to my backside.
Keine Sorge, ihr werdet euch im Nu amüsieren.
A little wine might help accelerate the process. So, we should divvy up what we tell people about what we've been doing these past few months. I'd hate to be a bore that comes along and regurgitates the same story to someone moments after you've told them. Any ideas?
Wir könnten sie nicht mal langweilen, wenn wir es versuchen würden. Denkt doch nur, was wir alles erlebt haben.
Well, there's the visit to the House of the Moon, fending off Sharan assassins. That stray imp that joined us. Bing bong, wasn't it? We've squeezed in a lot. And I'm glad I got to share it all with you. I'm sure we'll have them hanging off our every word. I'll leave you to do some mingling, unless you need anything else.
Umarmung?
Why? Are you expecting to be gone for long? All right.
Umarmung ist immer gut.
I could get lost in those arms. Forgetting something?
Na gut, na gut.
That's more like it. Don't get into trouble, but if you must, fetch me first.
Never wanted the easy
Ja,
path.
was haben wir hier? Da geht's nicht lang, okay. Viel Essen, ja, nice, nice.
There you are. I was hoping
Milieu. wer ist denn Milio? Also den kenne ich nicht.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
Ich rieche Blumenduft und einen mysteriösen Unterton, den ich nicht einordnen kann.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
Wie seid ihr ohne eure Hexenmeisterkräfte zurechtgekommen?
I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself.
Hattet ihr Gelegenheit, euren Vater zu besuchen?
I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the flaming fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's chosen primed the fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart.
Ich habe das Reisen mit euch vermisst. Ihr wart sehr angenehme Gesellschaft.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Wer bist du? Mit dir möchte ich mal sprechen.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
Die Musik ist gut. Ungeladene Gäste nicht. Wer seid ihr?
You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
Ich weiß genau, wer ihr seid. Eine große Ehre. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wer das ist.
You know? You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for?
Okay. Also einfach nur ein Bade.
Reunited with
Die
friends
Ruhe
amid
dankbarer
nature.
Worte. Ach du meine.
What more could I wish for?
Offizieller Gildenbrief. Ja,
This
okay.
seems pretty red, but
Brief von Barkus,
no,
Brief von Art,
not even close.
Valeria, Redengard, Arabella. Brief von Nachtschatten? Ja, Nachtschatten.
Hells yes! You're here! Oh, I could eat a beholder. What's cooking?
Brief von Rose. Brief von Hoffnung. Imperatorsbrief, das ist interessant. Mein Verbündeter, so ineffizient schriftliche Kommunikation sein mag, sie reicht doch aus, um dieser Tage den Abstand zwischen uns zu überbrücken. Ich schreibe, um mein Bedauern auszudrücken, dass ich nicht an eurer Feier teilnehmen kann. Doch ich danke euch, dass ihr an mich gedacht habt. Ich habe euch nicht vergessen. Wenn ich meinen Einfluss wiederherstelle, werde ich mich an euch wenden, falls es notwendig wird. Hoffentlich erhöht ihr dann meinen Ruf. Unsere Partnerschaft war sehr nützlich und ich möchte auch zukünftige Gelegenheiten zur Zusammenarbeit nicht einschränken.
Now, there's a face I know.
Wohl.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
Wie wunderbar euch zu sehen, Volo. Wie ist es euch ergangen?
Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
Der Held und ich, nicht wahr?
I, me, it's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
Okay. Sechs Monate sind also vergangen, okay. So, hier können wir noch mit Verdorten sprechen.
Time to polish up the horns.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now our paths cross once more.
Lasst mich raten, genau wie die Natur es vorgesehen hatte.
just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while, yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
Ihr klingt, als könntet ihr eine Umarmung gebrauchen.
I always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger has taken my place.
Eine Umarmung ist immer gut. Das war jetzt nicht so unbedingt eine freundliche Umarmung, aber
That was
okay.
more than worth the wait.
Nun stehe ich aber unter Druck, Halsen.
Apologies. You can probably understand my eagerness. I shall be as gentle as a feather next time. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
Ihr zuerst. Ich will von eurem Leben hören und von den Leuten, denen ihr geholfen habt.
In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
Klingt wunderbar.
It is, truly. Though a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. I spoke often of balance before. Only now do I realize that balance is no simple, fixed thing. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
Ich bin froh, dass ihr glücklich seid.
As am I. I may age more slowly than most, but I do believe I've gained some new laughter lines of late. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
Gut, mal sehen, was ich tun kann.
I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image. You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less, in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else. Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle?
Oh,
I made
nein, erinnere
this.
ich mich nicht. Hat er das erzählt? Oder haben wir das verkackt? Wir haben ziemlich selten mit ihm
Ducks
gesprochen.
are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
Vielen Dank.
Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
Nice to return to familiar environments. Some magic in the air.
A most welcome sight.
Warte mal, Kleidertruhe? Wieso haben wir hier eine Kleidertruhe? Okay, man kann sich umziehen. Was sagst du denn?
Oh, right. You. Hello.
Ihr müsst Tara sein. Sehr erfreut, euch kennenzulernen.
Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Dekarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right?
Ist das die Katze von Gale? Ich habe die nämlich noch nie gesehen. Ja, okay. Wenn er euch das gesagt hat, wie sollte ich da diskutieren?
Well done. Despite my old friend's genius, he'd have blown himself up long ago if not for the help of friends like you and I. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able, if you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities.
Das würde mir gut gefallen. Danke für die Einladung.
We'll send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months.
Stimmt.
Ta-ta.
Wir haben die einmal auf dem
Darling.
auf dem Dach gesehen. Bei den ganzen toten Tauben.
It's such a rich perfume.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying. Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders.
Das ist meiner besseren Hälfte zu verdanken. Unser gemeinsames Leben ist der reinste Segen.
Love is a powerful tonic. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends.
Und ihr, was habt ihr so getrieben?
I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
Astarion, einer der Guten. Wer hätte das gedacht?
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me. Perhaps more me than I've ever been.
Vermisst ihr es, in der Sonne zu wandeln?
I did at first. But then I realized, these shadows, this darkness, it's all a part of me. I spent too long defined by what other people did to me, the choices other people made for me. But that's over now. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
Das freut mich zu hören. Akzeptanz steht euch gut.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Okay, wen haben wir noch? Carla?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. With this, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier. It's really you. I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so clean.
Ich habe euch auch vermisst.
I'd say so. Can't think of who's been carrying your pack now that Kay's out of commission. Man, we had some good times. Wish Will and I had more time to reminisce, but surviving Avernus is just non-stop. Still, having him there has been incredible. You really can get through anything with someone you love at your side. Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus. You haven't seen the last of old Karlak yet, soldier.
Nice. Das ist sehr gut. Bekomme ich eine Umarmung?
Every time.
Ich habe blaue Augen und blaues Feuer. Das ist hier interessant. Die Umarmung wirkte auch komisch.
I won't be in Avernus forever, you know. Can I look you up when I'm out?
Das will ich doch hoffen, sonst muss ich euch aufspüren.
Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Okay, und wir haben noch irgendwo Lesel. Ach, und Gale, stimmt. Gale? Hast du die Krone gefunden?
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Umarmen ist immer gut. Das ist eine freundschaftliche Umarmung, oder? Ja, die normalste bisher.
Well, that was quite lovely. I'm glad you're as pleased to see me as I am you. I have to say, I'm quite grateful to just be Gale for the evening. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mystra, to be more specific. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Das freut mich zu hören. Magie ist kein Studium des Musikgangs. Sie ist gefährlich und so sollte sie auch behandelt werden.
Still, I hoped my students might be a little more open to the playful side of such magic. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
Ich habe die Liebe meines Lebens gefunden. Ich würde sagen, ich bin ziemlich glücklich.
And I couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
Aber natürlich, lasst mich auf einen Raum voller leicht beeinflussbarer Lehrlinge los. Wer würde sich besser eignen?
Well, I for one can't wait. And I say with some confidence, neither can they. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
So, wo ist... Ah ja, da ist...
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Es ist gut, euch zu sehen.
It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run.
Wo seid ihr jetzt, dass ihr nicht leibhaftig hergekommen konntet?
Shractalor.
Nie gehört. Sollte ich?
I wouldn't expect you to. The capital city of the Githzerai. An exiled people, once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Die beste Wahl für die Aufgabe. Mit der Zunge seid ihr so kundig wie mit der Klinge.
My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyara Gith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
Wann sehen wir uns wieder?
Soon. When the comet has risen. When the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust. I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go. Mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
Was ist aus dem Ei geworden? Ist es geschlüpft?
So it has. And a fine man the hatchling will be. I call him Zan. Freedom. He is with the mages of Zamvardim. I trust his care to no one else. Zan's destiny will be his own to follow. Warrior, poet, explorer, scholar. His way will be the way of the comet. No chains to bind us, no lies to bury us. Liberty will be the rallying cry that unites our empire.
Okay, ich glaube, ich habe mit allen gesprochen, oder? So, dann gucken wir mal. Was hat der noch zu sagen?
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
Es kommt mir vor, als wäre einiges unerledigt geblieben.
If thou could only see the paths of fate untaken, thy mind would surely break. Be glad of thy chosen path. It is, after all, thine. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
Nun habe ich mich wohl mit allen ausgetauscht. Was kommt als nächstes?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
Auf weitere Abenteuer.
To you.
Jetzt sieht hier wieder normal aus.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy face is God's, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou sought to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.